know your why and lean into it always. So obviously earlier on in the conversation, I was talking about Corteiz obviously wanting to rule the world and that. So that's like, I say the overarching goal of Corteiz, basically meaning that, I don't know, Clint wants everyone to wear the gums, innit?
Yeah.
But another thing that I think is what separates Corteiz from a lot of the brands right now, or all the other brands right now, is the underlying message that I think goes over most people's head. But I would say this is the core message of the brand, yeah? And Rash, I don't know if you remember, but I was talking to Andy, yeah? Did you see when I put on my Instagram the other day that TikTok? Bro, I was basically saying, remember I was like, yeah, I spoke to the Sunday Times and the guy interviewed, yeah, you see how I dropped it in the game?
Oh, yeah.
The guy interviewed me and I was
Oh, yeah.
So I was, long story short, I spoke to the Sunday Times and they were basically just asking me like my thoughts on Corteiz and whatnot, yeah. And I was basically like, as I was on the phone to them, yeah, to the guy, my brother has the Corteiz sort of military duffel bag, yeah. And I was like, it's like, bruv, when you're wearing Corteiz, when you're holding that bag, you must be thinking to yourself, I can achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. You get what I'm saying? It's almost like you're a man, woman, you're a person on a mission. Do you get it? And that's how Corteiz makes people feel. Yeah. So Rash, when I said that and I put up that TikTok, if you know the way these Gen Zs were grilling me, bro,
what did they say?
He's chatting shit. He's glazing. He's glazing. I'm like, blood. At the point, I had no idea what glazing meant, innit?
Yeah.
I just thought, man, stretching it.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know what it means?
What?
Oh, you're sucking dick. You're dick riding. I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, this is just the truth, though. And the reason why I bring this up is because when Corteiz hit their 5-year anniversary, I thought, let me go back through Clint's tweets and see what he said about the brand, because I know he's long said what he wants to do with it. But he basically made a tweet where, I quote, I want everyone who wears Corteiz to feel like they can do and be whoever the fuck they want to be in life. And he's done it. Yeah. Because I hadn't seen this tweet when I was speaking to that Sunday Times journalist. That's just what I gauged from what Corteiz do. Let's look at their, what's the first thing I want us to look at? Let's look at their marketing, for example. Guerrilla marketing, in a sense, is different. It's not traditional marketing. You're not just getting, I don't know, an advert put somewhere. You're not just getting a billboard or something. You're finding different ways to connect with people. You're finding different ways to build that community. You're finding different
people
ways.
want to be involved in stuff like that. Like,
would you say, sorry?
People want to be involved in like all the marketing and stuff like. So I think the first thing I saw, he was like, oh, if you man follow me, no one's getting a t-shirt or something like that. And then I think it was something in Soho, innit? And then he's like, every man wait there, and he ran off, and
everyone chasing him and that. That was the first one in Soho, I think it was. But again, Rash, that speaks to my point where Clint was doing things that went against almost like the rules of marketing to a certain degree. It's like we hadn't seen things like that before, especially in the UK anyway. No other brands were really doing that. He had seen the status quo and was like, nah, I'm not going to do it that way. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it this way. And if you want your brand to make people feel the way he said he wants people to feel, meaning they can do whatever the fuck they want, then you kind of have to do that yourself. And he has done that through everything. Do you know what I think is another great example of that, Rash? Do you remember when Corteiz first kind of started, yeah? I don't know if they still do it, but when you ordered stuff, you would get like like the old school porn stickers.
Oh, no, I swear that one.
Yeah, like...
Oh, shit, I didn't even know that.
And people stick it on their laptops and shit. Yeah. And the reason why that's so important for me to mention is because, I don't know, maybe some people didn't realise why Clint was doing that. Maybe he thought it was a practical joke, or I don't know, he just thinks it's funny. But porn, obviously, is something that isn't... I was going to say it's not popular, but obviously everyone... Boy. Obviously it is, but the point I'm trying to make is it's not something that you're meant to talk about. It's a taboo. Do you get it? It's a real taboo. And if Clint's brand is promoting that, he's already positioning the brand as something that goes against the rules again. You know what I'm saying? He's literally getting man to put porn stickers on their laptops. Man is, let's say you're a student and you're in a university lecture.
You see that, innit?
And you see that. You're thinking, bruv, what brand is this? What type of person is this? This person don't follow no rules. This person does whatever the F they want. Do you get it? I've sworn so much in this interview.
But I feel like
so sorry.
people like that. Do you know, it's the feeling of like, because you know, like you saying, like people when they follow the rules and stuff, they're like, it's safe in it, but this feels like unsafe. It feels like out there kind of thing. And it's
You
just
get
like,
it.
People like having the feeling of like, I don't know what the word is, but it's just like either suspense or not even suspense. It's just like, I don't know, man. But yeah, I get where you're coming from.
You get the point I'm trying to make? It's basically like that rebelliousness.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for.
Corteiz have been a rebellious brand from the jump, and everything Clint does, everything they do has represented that rebellion. It's represented that anti-establishment, anti-authoritarian ethos. You get it? And that aligns so well with Gen Zs because that's what they're on, you know, right?
Yeah, nah.
These are them. Bruv, these are no respect of man, you know.
Nah, trust.
You get it, and I love that about them. They have said to themselves, forget Gen Zs anyway, man. I give them too much credit, especially after they was grilling me on TikTok. But again, what did I say? Yes. So Clint knows his why, and he's shown it in so many different ways. Let's look at the guerrilla marketing tactics, for example. So obviously Rash brought up the Soho one. Remember, Rash, when I did the post about, in your opinion, what's your favourite
marketing one they've done? Yeah.
Do you know which one they said?
All right, let me guess. Still,
I think you'll get it right first time.
Think so?
Yeah.
I want to say the recent one, but it's either this one or the Golden Square one they done.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, I think it's either the football one, the CrossFit Challenge one, or the Golden Square one.
Okay, well.
Yeah. What did they say?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, the football one,
Yeah.
a lot of people said that, but the main one they said was Great Bono Exchange.
Oh shit! I forgot about that one.
Forgot about it.
Still.
But now that I said it, it makes sense.
Yeah, I hear it still. Yeah, because that was, I can't lie, like that was good for so many reasons as well. Because like, especially because they donated the jackets as well and stuff like that. Like, yeah, no, that was sick still.
You get it. That's and it's funny you said the donation thing as well, because when I was interacting with people in the comments, I was basically saying, don't just say which one you think was the best, say why.
Yeah.
And when people were saying why, when it came to the Great Bono Exchange, they were basically saying, it was such a genius idea. But then a lot of people also went on to say it wasn't just the idea, but it was the fact that it had a social good attached to it. Like the fact that
that's
took
what, for
jackets
real. Yeah.
and donated it to charity and whatnot.
Certain man got fleeced though for their jacket.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I hear it still.
The reason I bring up this activation in particular, because I feel like it was a great embodiment of this sort of rebellious, no fucks given, no F's given, no rule having attitude that Corteiz have embodied. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think people deep the significance of what Clint did, yeah. Bro, there was people bringing Nocta jackets.
Yeah, yeah.
Rash, there was people bringing Nocta jackets. If you don't know Nocta, that's Drake's brand with Nike, basically.
Yeah.
So the value for that brand doesn't only come from Nike, but it comes from the biggest artist on the planet, arguably, and the biggest apparel brand on the planet. You get it? Right. So their value from a perception standpoint is there. Also, the price. I don't know how much Nocta jackets retail for at the beginning, but on the resale market,
it's a mazza, isn't it?
It's a mazza. You get it? Clint said to people, come and bring your puffer jackets and you can get a Corteiz bolo. So at this point, Rash, were the jackets even out? You couldn't buy them yet.
Nah, you couldn't.
You couldn't buy them. I don't know how much did they retail for? 180 or something like that?
I couldn't tell you.
I should have checked. Yeah. But anyway, they were cheaper than Nocta jackets and whatnot. So Clint Live-O came and said, I don't care how much you bought your North Face jacket for. I don't care how much you bought your Nocta jacket for. You're going to come and you're going to do this and you're going to get my jacket. My man basically said, my jackets are better than these jackets.
Yeah.
Like, bro, if that doesn't represent, my jackets are better than these jackets that are from the biggest brand in the world, from the biggest artists in the world, from here, from a Burberry jacket, from, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Brands that have been entrenched in history. My man, this new brand, who at that point would have been like 3 years old, has come and said, yo, you need to give that jacket to get mine. And people did it.
I was literally going to say that because I'm thinking because I guess other people thinking about why does my man think I'm going to trade in my jacket for this kind of thing, but people
People
flipping
did it, bro.
like, yeah.
And it went viral because it was so shocking that people did it.
Yeah.
But the reason people did it was because, again, Corteiz have been leaning into their why in every single thing they do. They don't have to follow the rules. They're always going to do things different. So people never know what to expect from Corteiz because of that. But they've built a community that allows them to do activations like that. And the reason they've been able to build that community is because whether people like it or not, the people wearing Corteiz, whether it's subconsciously or consciously, feel how Clint wants them to feel, which is, I ain't got to follow the rules. I'm going to do what I want. And more importantly, I'm going to achieve what it is that I set out to achieve. And that's the Corteiz community, especially in the early days where you would be wearing it and you'll see somebody else wearing it and you'll give them a little nod or something. Even when Fem was on the podcast, I remember he's talking about he was in New York or something and he was at the top of the tower and he's seen an American Donny wearing it or something. And they're looking at each other and they're smiling. You get it. The fact that Corteiz have gotten so huge but still have managed to keep that energy, it is because Clint and Corteiz have lent into their why.
The fact he even did some stuff in what is it, France as well,
and the same effect. Bro.
Yeah, like that was even, and that should show you like that raw, innit? Like
Rash, thank God you mentioned that because I didn't even have that in my notes. But all now we hadn't even spoken about the Frances, the Australians.
Yeah, I was gonna say Australia, but I wasn't certain. But I know he did something there, innit?
Australia, the Lagos.
Yes,
get it?
Yeah.
And the reason he's been able to do that and Corteiz have been able to do that is because the message is universal. How can you not want to buy into a brand that makes you feel like you can do whatever you want? If it makes you, when you're young and you just want to be a rebel, if the brand makes you feel like you can go and smash up somebody's car, you're going to wear that. You're going to want to smash up the car wearing it. But if you get older and you start to have dreams and ambitions to do certain things and that brand makes you feel like you can achieve those, not necessarily because you're wearing the brand, but when you're wearing the brand, you start to embody that idea of yourself, then you're going to wear it. So like, for example, Rash, when I spoke about that TikTok that I made, people, when I made the point about the Corteiz bag, somebody trolled and was basically like, oh, you're ruling the world with a Corteiz bag or something. Don't make me laugh. And I said, you don't. And do you know what I said? I said, but what if there's a laptop in that bag, which there probably will be, and on that laptop, you're a designer and you're graphic designing your brand, and your brand then goes on to do whatever it goes on to do. Because I was like, arguably, Clint has ruled the world from his MacBook, bro. You get it? That's what I'm saying. People don't understand. They need to think deeper about stuff. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm coming for these Gen Zs, bro. They're going to finish me after this, but I don't care, bro. I'm outside. Thank you for watching another episode of Where's My Podcast. If you ever want to take in future episodes on the go, you can find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Whilst you're there, please leave us a 5-star review. It would really help. And also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram, WMTV_LDN, to keep up to date with the latest goings on in UK fashion. Keep it locked.